If you are stuck and you are telling me, Lana, I've already applied to 1,000,000 internships and it seems like I just keep getting rejected, do not worry. I am the queen of internships and I am going to show you how you can dethrone me. Honestly, I know internships can be super difficult to navigate, but I have been so lucky and had multiple internships, ones that I've absolutely loved, and if I didn't love it 100%, at least ones that opened so many doors for me to then gain internships that I love. Honestly, the student internship life is super ideal, but can be really difficult to get into, so I'm going to try to summarize it all in an internship 101 video for you guys to give you my best basic advice on how to get an internship and stand out from the crowd. Welcome back. My name is Lana and I am your go-to study abroad, studying, internship. I don't know at this point. I do so many things and I have so many good videos that you guys will probably love, so make sure to stick around. I have been doing an internship since I literally started university basically. I've had so many and I have fallen in love with all of them. So I wanted to cover for you guys 3 main aspects in this video. So how can you work on your CV and how can you make it stand out? How do you actually find an internship? And then the third part that kind of gets neglected in all of these videos is what do you do after you get an internship? How do you continue that you're going to just keep getting these offers? Because if I'm being honest, I don't think I've applied for an internship position in the past 2 years. I've just been handed them. How do you bring in that abundance and make yourself so competitive that you stand out? First things first is you can't get an internship without an outstanding CV. Now, CVs can sometimes look super overwhelming, or sometimes you see these really cute ones, but then you're like, I'm not a design student, so you don't need a cute one like this. So how do I stand out? They can be sometimes a little bit complicated, and I've seen even some of the smartest of my friends have their CV look sad. And honestly, I've gone through that era too. When I got my first internship, I didn't even have anything on my CV that was that impressive, but I knew what I needed to highlight to make sure I stood out. And if you want a full video on how to make your CV stand out as a student, make sure you comment below. For answering what stands out, I just want to talk about the different activities that you could be doing and different activities that you may have already done so you can highlight them more. So the first thing you want is extracurriculars. Now, it depends on how your university works. For ours, you can have members, and those are just the people who show up to kind of the club events and things like that. And you can have the actual, what we call officers of a club. And these are the people who are really in the organization of these events. That is what you're looking for in extracurriculars. You're looking for the most hands-on experience in that club as possible. Why? Because it prepares you and makes you, when you have to put those little cute bullet points, you can say things like organized event with top speakers and professionals for my club, directed a school play with 12 cast members. Those are the type of little prompts that will stand out. People don't look at your CV for more than 7 seconds. So you need those keywords and you need those kind of highlights and big name extracurriculars. Next, a lot of people forget that you can put down extra courses and seminars. These can be really interesting and show off the different types of skills you may have. There's also so many online free certificates. My school doesn't offer extra seminars, or oh, I didn't take any cool classes. No excuses, because you can go online, you can get yourself a certificate, you can sign up for different classes. There are things you can add on that kind of expand your skill set. Then the last 2 I want to bring up are volunteering. There are always volunteering options anywhere you go, and volunteering is a great way to kind of just go ahead and have some free titles and hours. The second is languages. Now, I'm also a queen of languages, and I cannot tell you how many times people are just immediately driven to your language center of your CV. So languages, even if you spoke only 2 or 3, are so much better. Or even if you're just like, okay, I'm gonna start learning this extra language. Maybe you're gonna start learning French, German, Spanish, anything like that to just add to your CV. Japanese even. It's super helpful. Even if you just put that beginner, You don't need to lie and say like, hey, I only started 2 months ago, but it shows your dedication to building skills and skills that the company might find one day useful. But I want to give you guys kind of just the most useful pieces of information, even if they feel kind of scattered around, that are really related to just finding the best internship for you, and any advice that someone who has already gone through a million internship applications will probably tell you the same thing. So let's cut it short, let's get it together, and let me tell you the first things you need to know. You need to be dedicating your time to finding an internship. Internships won't just plop into your lap, and it has to be an actual dedication. You need to be looking at websites and companies that you're interested in and always checking for their job openings to see what you can apply for and what you're actually qualified for. When you are looking for these qualifications and requirements in the description, sometimes it will mention a salary or that it is unpaid. When it is unpaid, run! Just run. Do not do unpaid internships. This is advice that has come from my professors, my career advisors, and even other students' experience. And when we tell you, do not do an unpaid internship, we mean it. Do not do an unpaid internship. The next thing you want to kind of dedicate yourself to when it comes to finding an internship, I just jumped back into the normalcy of this video after freaking out about the unpaid internship thing. Anyways, next. The next thing I was thinking to tell you guys is the fact that you want to have a list of job recruitments, you want to be signing up for newsletters, you want to be actively searching, and also having things just coming into your inbox of what already fits your CV. I have subscribed to a bunch of different newsletters that offer internships and tell you what internship positions. There are times where I've gone to look on LinkedIn and Indeed. So you want to make a list of these job recruitments. You want to make a list of these newsletters that you can sign up for. So my advice here is don't take an internship for the sake of taking an internship. There are plenty of other opportunities that can enhance your CV that are not necessarily an internship. Taking an internship that's in a field that you're not really interested in just because of the fact that you want professional experience. You can take time to go to language school and language classes in a summer. You can go to actual summer school. You can get an actual part-time job that might be more beneficial than finding an internship that doesn't really suit you. Don't be looking and scrolling through LinkedIn, looking for these job opportunities for things that you don't actually care about. Apply for things that you're going to care about because that will help you in step 3. So if you find internships and jobs in that industry that you think you're going to be passionate and interested for, go ahead and apply. My next advice is just based off something I've seen a lot with other students, which is that kind of ideal internship position. And that is the one internship that they're willing to have, and if they don't get that one, they don't want to do an internship, and they're not open to other opportunities. That mindset is a no-go. We're not doing it. No, thank you. It is super good to have other opportunities, and it's super good to have an open mind. Even if that high government internship is your dream, apply for it, go for it. But if you do not get it, do not make it the end of the world, and don't settle for the first thing that comes for you. That's why you need to have backups on backups on backups. This is why you need to be applying for multiple internships at the same time, and you need to be making and building a network and enhancing your CV to be able to get many different types of internship opportunities. So the baseline of this advice is do not go head focus on only one internship position and cry if you do not get it. Keep your mind open for endless possibilities and things that you might be actually better qualified for, or you might gain a lot more experience from. When you are actually applying and you are sending these emails and you are sending in these applications, this is my best advice. I have 2 pieces here, which is to always send a cover letter, even if it says it does not need one. Cover letters are a great way that you can enhance and show off some of the key skills and show them that you've taken the extra time and care to write them an actual letter about why you are interested. But this letter will only work as long as you do not copy and paste the same letter to every company and just replace the job title position. Actually cultivate and adapt your cover letters to different positions that you're applying for that highlight the specific qualifications that has already been posted on that job site. And then the second piece of advice for when you are actually sending these emails is do not be afraid to email companies that do not actually have job postings. When you are interested in an internship, make a list of companies that you would love to work in. Email those companies even if you don't see positions that are suited to you, and try to find connections maybe on LinkedIn or maybe through people you know of people that are already working at that company who might know insider information to get you an internship. So build yourself the confidence to, one, sell yourself in a cover letter, and also to reach out to whoever you want to try to get yourself the best internships. Kind of winning this is all about confidence. You want to show confidence in interviews, you want to show confidence in your cover letter, in a great CV showing that you are capable. Confidence, 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 baby. And that leads me to preparing for interviews. Do not just go into an interview thinking that you are going to absolutely nail it unless you've done a million interviews before. You really want to be concise when you are in an internship interview, but also highlighting what was the situation, what actions did you take, what was the result, and what did you learn from it. Things like that and guides to answering your questions actually helps you prepare and be there. So when you are there, you are more confident in your answers. You can actually know what type of situations you've been in before, and you have to reflect on these things because these are not really everyday questions that people are asking you, like, what are your strengths and weaknesses? One, there are no weaknesses, there are just opportunities. You tell I've dedicated a lot of my life to this. Anyways, you want to prepare these questions, so go ahead, whether you're just Googling for a list of questions or you're practicing with someone. I used to practice with my mom all the time. You want to get practice with someone, you want to be writing your different answers down, you want to be practicing in the mirror even these questions to really get yourself prepared for any interview. Now, I am going to try to speed run through the last section of this video, which is about what do you do after getting an internship. These are just three main things that I think absolutely change the way you then start looking for your next internship, change the way that this company views you, and also changes the way that maybe people are going to end up recommending you for other things. First thing is that you want to be proactive. You want to make sure that you understand your priorities and you're working towards something constantly. Even if there is something and there are days where they don't really have any work for you, because that always happens at internship, you want to be looking for something you can do. What are faults, or what meeting can you set up, or what person do you want to look forward to? What skill do you want to build? You always want to be proactive so that you're always showing off. The second thing is to network, which I've honestly met some of the coolest people ever through my internships, and I will be forever grateful for all of the really cool events that my internships have hosted before. So when you are going through your time, you want to be talking to anyone and everyone that you can. And then the third tip is to have a LinkedIn. Have a LinkedIn that you're constantly updating with all of the interesting stuff going on in your life, going on in your internship, anything professional. This is a great place where you want to be super active because there are not that many LinkedIn accounts that are actually active. This is a great way to show off everything you're learning from your current internship, all of the nice stuff that you've been able to build, people you've met, and projects you've worked on, but also to show off to other companies that once this internship is done, maybe you want me next. If you are interested, for sure you can check out my Instagram where I show you day-to-day things of what I'm up to in my internship, how I am staying proactive, fun days that I have. So I want to hear all about your guys' experience on internships as well. So feel free to comment down below not only what type of videos that you would want based on internships, things I can get into more detail, more nitty-gritty for you guys, but also what are your internships like? What have you been finding difficult about applying for internships? I love to hear your comments, so make sure you leave them down below. With this, I hope you were able to kind of understand a little bit more, and just to remind you, like, don't give up on internships. There are always things that you can find, ways that you can show off your passions and talents and why you are the best candidate for the job. I hate doing outros. With that, don't forget to subscribe so you can get more internship vlogs, internship advice, school advice, all this advice from me, because I'm just a funnel of advice, I guess. Guys, I hate intros. We'll see you guys soon. Bye, bunnies.